Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode here, I'll be going over the coupons and catalog that's mailed to me in this newspaper looking thing that I signed up for. Every month I go to my local Harbor Freight store and I get that thing scanned right here, and that basically gets them to mail me another one every month. But recently I don't know if I did last time or not, but they send me one anyway. Anyways, anybody new to my episodes here? This is all uncut, unedited. Anybody's returning, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Since all my videos are uncut, or most of my videos are uncut, my episodes are long, so feel free to skip on through. Anyway, let's get started on this. This month they got a little extra here where you can take an extra 10, 15, or 20% off all the stuff that you can take off, excluding, the typical generators, welders, floor jacks, that kind of stuff, rolling cabinets, or any of your tooth storage is excluded. So this is all the stuff that is non-excluded, but you can take it off of any purchase of over $100, says right here, or 15% off of anything over 65, or 10% off of anything, of 50. So you have a lot of stuff that is not part of the coupon, and you buy $100, 65, or 50, you get an extra percentage off the entire your entire purchase. So, but let's take a quick look. This is the October issue, number 8271, and let's take a look at the coupons here. Of course, I'm gonna add I'll add a link to some of the videos that I've used the coupon for, and also purchase whatever it is. So, but if y'all log into my not log in, but if you just click the link to my Google Drive, you may see this for a better price. So go ahead and feel free to do that. Go into my Google Drive. You also may want to subscribe, because once in a while I give access to all my subscribers and anybody who happens to be, who catch on to my videos, access to my all the Google Drive. I have a monthly Google Drive, which is on almost every link, and then every once in a while, for a short period of time, I'll put on a link to the entire Google Drive, where you'll have lots and lots more. Anyways, I'll put up a link on this one. I really like this. It's a great starter, tool cabinet. So put a link up on there for anyone who wants to see that. See some of the other coupons here real quick. This is another one that I have. Again, another different coupon, which I haven't seen this coupon in a while. Usually you can get a little bit less, but it's a great air compressor in my opinion. If you want a small portable air compressor, and this is a good price for the coupon. I've seen them at $2.99. This is $2.89. I'll put a link up onto. This is one of my very first purchases, which I did. I got for security reasons. Living out in Houston, you can be subject to hurricanes or maybe even tornadoes or whatever. My power goes out. I want to, hook up to the box, to my electrical box. Of course, you flip the switch that goes to the main grid, flip that off, and just plug this into, one of your breakers. Probably the one that is about 100 amp. Have it feed back into the house, and that's kind of what I originally got it for. Just a way to, you know, keep electricity going into the house if the power ever goes out. But I've used it for other creative things, like using this as a power source for my 240 volt welder, which I also put a link up on here. And another thing I was thinking is, you know, if you've seen my videos, I like to get 2 of, you know, everything, if possible. If it makes sense to get 2 of everything, like I filled up my roller cabinet, and if I want to get another rolling cabinet, I'd probably just get one of these instead of going to a bigger one. And examples, another like my compressor that I linked together. I'm wondering if you can link generators together and have it as a series, like you would like battery or putting up solar panels. I don't know if you can or not. I'm just talking off the top of my head. I'm not an electrician, but that way you can get a bigger power for, you know, for another one of these at these prices. But I don't know. Just talking off the top of my head, that's all. Just gonna go through these real quick for you. I have this welding helmet. I don't know if I have a video on it. Can't be too hard to figure out how to do this, but I like it. It works for me. Alright, let's go into the next page here of what I have. I do have this floor jack. I think it's a really good deal. Really great bargain because mainly it's a very low profile, so it works with my minivan, and it also has a very high lift, which worked with my truck. So this is a something that I would recommend. I think it'll work with any vehicle. Of course, I think the price could be better. I might have something that on my Google Drive or not, maybe not. And then solar panels. Just gonna quickly just go through here. There's another great video that somebody else did, and I'll put a link on to that video on this 3/4 heavy duty air impact wrench, which seems like a really great bargain even at this price or even at retail, but it works. So I haven't used it myself. Somebody else did a video on it, and you know, seeing is believing. Variable speed polisher sander. I got one of these too. I'll put a link on there if anyone has any interest in that. I do have this. I've used this in part of my garage series. I'm not sure if I'll put a link on it. My garage series is kind of extensive. But when I started building my garage, I didn't own very much tool. I had one toolbox, and my garage was empty. So as I was filling my garage with all these cheap tools from Harbor Freight, I mean, they're cheap in the sense that they cost low, but have they worked for me? Yeah. Have they paid for themselves? Yeah. So can't be that cheap. Actually, these tools are in some ways paying me because I don't know if you've seen some of my other video series, but I'm repairing homes. I'm making simple repairs on vehicles, and believe it or not, people pay me for that. It's kind of weird. Just because I have tools to repair them. So in some ways, these tools are paying me back. It's almost more like an investment than anything. All right, here's that 170, and I'll put a link onto the 170. I guess playlist, so you can pick which video you want to see. But this is what I use with the generator to make this basically a portable welder. I don't have 240 volt outlets, although I was planning to do something like that just to get more electrical outlets going to put a breaker in the garage and then have, electrical outlets so they wouldn't flip the breaker to the main panel. But, that costs money, all that copper and the wiring. Even though my garage is open, just to lay the wire would cost me a lot. It probably cost me about the cost of a generator, or even more. So this was a really good solution, using the generator to power my 240 watt, MIG welder. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one. Man, I got a great deal on this on their liquidation sale, but it's still pretty good. I made a video on that. I'll go ahead and put a link so you all can see. It's not bad actually. Got some framing nailers. I haven't done a video on this surveillance, 4-channel surveillance system with infrared cameras. I've been having some concern over, I got all these tools and things and whatnot, and kind of getting overly concerned because as I'm here at my house all the time and I'm looking around my neighborhood, I've noticed my neighborhood has changed. It's a new area, and I used to work every day. Wake up in the morning, go to work, come home. You never really know what's going on in your neighborhood until you actually spend some time in your neighborhood. And I'm realizing after 7 to 10 years now that the neighborhood has developed, it's a new area. Even though it's master planned and everything, I'm noticing, like probably any other neighborhood in America, things have turned a little bit, and so some of my neighbors have gotten their tools stolen, property stolen. Things have happened, but again, your neighborhood is only as good as you make it. So I'm just trying to protect my family and my property. But this system, as cheap as it is, was super duper easy to set up. The pictures aren't, they're not like HD quality that you would see on, NFL Sunday or anything like, I see at some sports bars, but they do capture video. I think it might be possible to do some audio on this, but I like it a lot. There's things going around that get my attention, and just things that shouldn't be there, then they're there, then they're not there, just around the neighborhood, the way I have the camera situated. And it just makes me wonder, why are these things there, and why are they gone next time? And the house next to me was recently sold, so I know there's no one living in there, but every once in a while I see a bike, and then I see a different bike, and then the bike is moved, and I'm going, what the hell, what's going on? Well, as I notice the bike disappear and being moved, and a different bike, I go up here, look up what's going on, and it turns out there's somebody coming around and for some reason putting a bike behind the garage of an empty house, and don't know why. I'm not too concerned, but you just got to make sure nothing funny is going around. That's all. That's what I'm saying. But having a surveillance system helps a lot. I got this system, and it's in the garage, and it's mainly the cameras are around in the garage. And the way my garage is set up, I got 2 windows up in the attic space, I guess, on the roofing space. So 2 of the cameras are inside the garage facing out, and the other ones are in the back of the garage because I have a detached garage in front of my house. And they're 2 in the back that face the house and the sides. I might get another one for not inside the house, but for maybe around the house, um, you know, that I can access from inside instead of going in the garage. But it's well worth the investment because I think this is protecting me on top of all the other stuff I've been doing. Let me see here, what else do we have? You know, I'll just show you, you know, I'm just going to go through and show you all here. I'll try to talk about some of the things I know I have experience with. I think this one I have, and this is good too. You know, there's sometimes I have a cordless, you know, drill, hammer drill, but this one, you know, when you need that power, a corded drill is the way to go, especially hammer drill. So that's, put a link up on there for you on that as well. And so, you know, I'm on some of these forums on some Harbor Freight coupons. Someone's asking about this tire changer, so there it is. You know, this is something that I might get. I mean, this looks pretty big, beefy, not too expensive. And the reason I'm saying I might be interested in getting this is, you know, I do own a gun. It's, you know, some of you seen my episode on where I take my gun to the shooting range and, you know, kind of show off some of my marksmanship, but not really for a gun purpose. You know, the government has shut down, and I'm thinking to myself, well, if the government's shutting down, I mean, this is not a good time for things to shut down. And I've learned that, you know, your money in the bank doesn't really belong to you. It belongs to the bank, and they can take it at any time if they need to bail themselves out. The money in the bank that you think is yours, you know, you pay your fees. Some people pay fees and all that. It's kind of funny because that's not really your money once you hand it over. You're a quote unquote a creditor to the bank. But once that money is in there, it's theirs. Technically, by law, it's theirs. From what I found out, I might take I'm a little scared here. I might take my money out and just put it into this big ass safe. I'm not sure my money's going to be safe in a bank anymore. Okay, here's another one. Love the spray gun. Also love the mini spray gun that looks like this, the mini detail. I'll put a link on both of them, and I still use the old one. I haven't even used the new one I got. I'm just gonna still use the old one until, well, it just stops working. So as long as you clean it out, blow some air in it to get all the water out, or thinner, or just, you know, dry it off. I use this with latex as well. It is steel, so it does rust. That's why I recommend you blow air out, or use compressed air to blow the water out, and just to prevent rust. Oh yeah, swivel headlamp. Got a little link on that, and I'll put it up there anyway. I think it looks silly, but you know what? If you're in the dark and you need both your hands, this is great. This is wonderful. So that's the coupons. Let me see the rest of the coupons in the back. Okay. Torque wrench. I got the half. I just went with the 1/2-inch drive. I mean, if you need a torque wrench, you probably need it for your tires. And if you work on your brakes, you work on, you know, your rotors. Sometimes you have to remove your tire to get to a certain part of the engine, or whatever, you know, however, whatever vehicle you have. But I got the 1/2-inch drive. You know, I think anything less, you never know, you may need it, but Half-inch drive is what I have, and I have a video on that, so I'll put a link up there for you. The oscillator, I don't know about this one, but I have the other one, and man, I've used that several times on several jobs and gotten paid. That thing has paid for itself, and then some has paid me. So, a few inverters, movers, dolly. That looks like the small one. Oh, and here's some future events going on here. The huge parking lot, which I'm gonna hit up the rest of the Harbor Freight stores that I didn't get to on the last, parking lot. Got 7 in my area. I'll put a link up on there to show you what I did. And for this one, I'll try to be more detailed, show more video and everything. But I got some really good deals. I got that. What else did I get? I got that steamer, which it's really come in handy. I've used it to clean my stove. You get a lot of grease on that stove, and blasting with some hot steam made it so much easier to clean. And some other stuff I might think of. And what else do we have here? Okay, here's your coupons for the 20, the 15, and the 10% off, depending on what you purchase. Of course, you can't use it with the exclusions. Either read the details or some exclusions here or there. Let me see what else here. Some more floor jacks. This thing. And this is the 10-inch sliding compound miter saw, which I did when these new ones started first coming out, because of the red and black ones and yellow. I did do an episode on this, and then I jumped to the 12-inch and never looked back. I sold my 10-inch and just never looked back. But I did do a video on it. It's a pretty good starter, but if you're ever going to get a miter saw and you're for sure you wanted to keep it, you're going to use it, I just go straight to the 12-inch. You're going to do a lot more with it than you would with this. You'll cut thicker pieces. It swivels on both sides, so you can do crown molding without flipping things over. So, anyways, sorry that took so long, and let's just quickly go through the catalog. I'll just keep going through and show you some of the things that I've got. I missed out on the liquidation sale on the hydraulic bottle jack. I got preoccupied with something, so I never got this. I'm just gonna have to get it later. Eventually I'm gonna get them, I'm thinking about getting one of the street legal dirt bikes. So I'm gonna be interested in some of these here pretty soon. And it's fall, and some of you might be needing these because your batteries are going to be dying out here. Some other things. I did an episode on this, the headlamp restoration kit. I think the actual package says like 12-minute, 3 minutes, 6 minutes on one light, 6 minutes on the other. But if you look at my video, it took me about half an hour. So, and it did help, but my headlamp lens is on my wife's minivan is really bad. So, but it did help. I was just trying to do something for my wife. Anyways, let's see, trailers. Of course, I'll put a link on the heavy duty trailer. It's the one that doesn't fold, but I did a very long episode series, many episodes. I think 4 or 5, where I got it down to this, and then I built it up. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link up on there. Okay. Your winches. I have this one. I think this is pretty good. All the stuff I get from Harbor Freight, you had to carry it in, carry it out. It helps to have a hand truck. It really does. Also got the pallet here. Still working, still good. I haven't used it much. I've used it to kind of move things around in my garage because I got all that plywood on a pallet. So, but I'm probably going to be moving things around in my garage here soon enough. I got to make room. And then vehicle repair kits. So this catalog's a little, they changed the catalog up a little, which I like, because if it was the same stuff, it kind of gets boring. You don't get to see some of the new items coming out. And they're really pushing recently a lot of their, paint here from, I think, Rust-Oleum or something like that, but whatever works. Some of the loading ramps here. I had a user or somebody comment about my episode on the ratcheting sets when I was doing, I guess on the trailer episode. He recommended I could have used the go-through. Where's the go-through? Here it is. The go-through sockets for certain situations where I had to get into an area. It almost looks like a ratcheting wrench, but it's not. If you have a very long bolt. So anyways, this is another option. I don't have it, but just want to bring that up. That could be another option. Go through socket set versus the ratcheting wrench set. So I guess they have some pros and cons to it. But that's what it's all there for. Just throw it out there for people to use and improve upon, and throw things back at me with comments other than your videos are long, your videos suck, but thanks for the coupons or something like that. But everyone has a right to an opinion, and don't be surprised if I come back at you with like screw you, who cares, don't come back kind of message, because I have a right to my opinions too. But there you go. So if any of you guys are out there already have all these tools, this is probably not going to help you too much. If you know a lot about tools, or your garage is set, and you have prejudice against any tools that you think are inferior, or you don't like Harbor Freight, this isn't for you. This is for someone who is maybe getting into tools or getting into their garage, but yet are on a budget. Not all of us can afford DeWalt's or Craftsman or any other of those brand names, but yet I want these tools, but I just don't want to pay high prices. So if it gets the job done, I'll just keep using it. And return policy is great. Price matching is wonderful. They really do match the prices. So got this, got that. I may consider getting this, maybe, I'm not sure. But since I already have the air impact wrench, don't see a need to really get this, but I might get another battery. If I could find one in the parking lot sale, I'll snag it up, but I haven't found one yet. So all these drills, and more drills. There's the oscillator, or oscillating multifunction power tool. And let me see, which I use this. It comes with, I think, just a regular plunge blade, which works out really good. I've used it, but I'll put a link on there so you can see. Let me see here. 4.5 inch air grinder, or 4.5 heavy duty grinder. Put a link up on there for that one. I have one of those. If you see my recent, one of my recent videos where I did a tile repair with the oscillator, I used existing tile to, reuse. But, now that I know how to do tile work, I might actually do my own house, because I haven't done any upgrades to my own house. When I bought my house, I bought it, with some upgrades here and there. But there's just standard low-cost material. Now that I can, lay tile or flooring, I might actually do it. I'm actually really liking to do tile because they do last. Easy to put down once you know how to do it. So I might get one of these tile saws here in the near future. Oh, that's if I decide to do anything laying down tiles. But okay, and there's the 12-inch miter saw right there. I'll put a link on a playlist here. And as you know, someone has figured out how to turn that laser on without pulling the trigger. It's wonderful. I haven't done it yet with mine. I'm so busy with other things. So put a link up on there on that. Anybody who's interested. That is a very nice hot seller in my opinion. What else is there? Okay. This plunge router. Yeah, plunge router. This is very nice. And for anybody sorry if anybody missed it, but I had a coupon for this at a great price. I'm enjoying this. I made 2 little bats for my daughter, and we used it for her birthday party to beat up a piñata. That was fun. But I got other things in mind I want to do with it, but here's the welders. If some of you subscribers know about this particular coupon that I have for the plasma cutter. And of course the metal cutting bandsaw. I have a video on that. And I think I might have a coupon. Well, some of you subscribers who had the chance to go into the Google Drive with all the coupons, you can get a really good price on this. Put a link up on there for you who want to see how to put that together. Okay, there's more generators. if I ever get one of these. This sawmill, but you never know. I might get one of these here. If you work with grout or any cement stuff, having one of these really help. Also, you could do, I don't know, maybe pour some concrete or foundation, small concrete foundation. Otherwise, you'd be mixing and pouring all the time. And then you got your hand tools, lifetime warranty. Look at that, lifetime warranty on all hand tools. So. Alright, we're almost done, getting to the edge here. Oh, here's something new. There's your 56-inch roller cabinet. It looks like they got a top for it that matches right on top, a one whole big piece. So compared to like this, which is the 44-inch, you got a 44-inch top. Well, they got a 56-inch top, and that seems to be new. I've never seen this. So, but in my opinion, for 700 and then, well, 800, 500, you know, anybody got money to dish out. I guess it's better than any Snap-on or Craftsman, as far as price anyway, but so that's something new. Of course, I'm not going to be getting one of those, not yet anyway, because I like my cheap one. Okay, wow. A lot of stuff. I know if some of you are very familiar with Harbor Freight, this might be a little boring because they just have all this stuff, but you know, look at all the stuff that I've been going through purchasing, and I'm still having fun with this stuff. I might actually get this. I mean, to get something heavy off the bed of my truck and just instead of lifting it and putting it down, this might be a good way to unload here. Shop press. Vices with anvil. If you've seen my video on it, I'll put a link up there. The holes to bolt down onto the table, whatever. If you look at the instructions, they're supposed to be 1/2 inch. They're not really 1/2 inch. They're smaller than 1/2 inch, and so, you know, I have people comment, you know, why did it take you an hour to install a vise? Well, if you saw the video, you'd know why it took me an hour, dumbass. Got this at a really good price. I'll put a link up on there. Haven't taken it out yet, but I probably will. It's just raining out here in winter time or fall. Just get a weather change that's not friendly for me being in the garage right now. But there's like all these stuff that I still want to get, you know. I don't know what it is. I'm just addicted to tools right now, so I'll just hurry it up here, just kind of have you look at it. It's something I might get in the winter. Keep me warm in that garage, because it's, man, last time it was cold. Some days it was freezing out there. And I'm in Houston, so, I mean, Houston gets cold sometimes. Or it feels cold, especially if you're used to 100 degrees. 60 degrees is cold for me, I mean. Here's another one for inside the house, a little electric heater. Some gardening things. 4 more pages. These lights. Some solar. TV mount. And one of these. Put a link up on there, and these are fun. If you can get them on a really good sale price, these are really fun to play with. Wireless driveway alert system. I do have a news flash for you guys. I haven't checked it with my multimeter. I did try putting in some new batteries, but the sensor went kaput on me. I don't know if it's a faulty wiring, dead battery. I really haven't tested. I put in new batteries, still didn't work. I put in, maybe I ought to try out the multimeter, see what's any circuit problems or anything, but it did finally go kaput on me. But at the same time, it's kind of worth it. It's worth its time. I may not get another one now that I got my surveillance system up and running. So I may not need this. I may use this for something else. Alright, well, that concludes this episode here. Thanks for watching. Sorry it took so long, but I had a lot to say, and again, all my stuff is uncut, unedited. You can skip through anytime. Please feel free to follow the link to my Google Drive, and I may not have these coupons, but you can probably get the same coupons off the website on Harbor Freight. You can also have them emailed to you as well, and but there's other coupons on my Google Drive that I think that are better than these prices, and then some. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way, when I put out an episode for my subscribers to have a special link to my Google Drive with all the coupons, all the way up to, I guess, some January, February of next year. So I only put them on. I leave them on there for about a week, and then I take them off. So it's only for those subscribers who keep up with my channel, and I get a lot of thank yous for that. So anyways, stay tuned for the next episode. Bye now.